Hey you guys, DJ Tackleberry here doing a quick and crude review of the TPM Weaponsmiths MP5SD suppressor. This suppressor is affordable, lightweight, and durable for your SD host. For the purpose of keeping this video quick, I've started with the can already disassembled. Let's go over a few quick specs. This suppressor is 14.15 ounces in weight, 1.5 diameters in width, 12 inches in length, and it's constructed of 6061 aluminum. It uses traditional K-style aluminum baffles with a stainless steel thread adapter threaded at M18x1 for typical SD barrels. The end cap is also made out of stainless steel. Real quick, we're going to go over the host. This is an MP5SD built by TPM Weaponsmiths as a Form 4 SBR. As you can see here by the holes in the barrel, the benefit of the MP5SD is the ability to fire supersonic and standard velocity ammunition. As the bullet goes through the barrel, the gas is vented off through the ports into the suppressor and the bullet exits the barrel at a subsonic speed. This eliminates the need to purchase subsonic ammunition, which is often expensive and often hard to find. Here we're looking at one of the clipped K baffles and the steel thread adapter. The only tool needed to take the suppressor apart is a spanner wrench, which can be picked up at any local hardware store. Here we have the barrel nut, which helps align the barrel with the baffles of the suppressor. This piece here is the expansion chamber, which as the gases exit the port, expand in this chamber, which is the first stage of the suppressor. This piece is an additional spacer that goes between the barrel nut and the K baffles. We also have the stainless steel end cap. A few quick things to note before putting the suppressor back together is that TPM Weaponsmiths does not recommend shooting subsonic ammunition out of the suppressor as it could damage the baffles. You should clean your suppressor every 200 rounds with a brush and spray it down with welding anti-spatter spray to avoid carbon buildup. To reassemble your suppressor, start with the expansion chamber and put your barrel nut on facing downward towards the barrel. You can then place your additional spacer on top of the barrel nut and then start stacking your K baffles. Your K baffles should stack flat side towards the gun with the cone side facing out towards the end of the barrel. All the K baffles are clipped but don't need to be aligned in any particular order or stacked in any particular way. Once your baffles are stacked, take your suppressor tube and screw your end cap on closest to the knurled end. Since I don't have my spanner wrench on me, hand tight will suffice, but be sure to tighten it down with a spanner wrench before you take it to the range. Once your end cap is on, simply slide the suppressor tube over your baffle stack until everything fits in perfectly. Now that the innards are back in the tube, take your thread adapter and screw it onto the other end of the suppressor. I like to coat all my thread points in white lithium grease to avoid carbon buildup, as the SD is an inherently dirty firearm. Before you tighten down your thread adapter with the spanner wrench, make sure your end cap is tight first. TPM Weaponsmiths has no torque specs for this suppressor. Once your suppressor is assembled, slide it over the barrel and tighten it down. There's no need to over-tighten it, just make sure it's snug to the gun. Now we'll go out to the range and fire several types of ammunition. You'll see that regardless of what you fire, it pretty much remains equally quiet. Hope you guys enjoyed this video and found it informative. Be sure to hit subscribe and follow 10-8 Guns on Instagram.